Yo, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Welcome to a divine message. We're to see what's going on. We're to see what the divine wants to deliver to us. Wants to let be known. Sit back, relax. Let's do this with the curious creatures deck. Okay, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Fool, and 6 of Cups. Okay, who knows? You're jumping off. You're literally jumping off without much thought. Thinking doesn't really help right now. Thinking doesn't help right now. You're jumping. Okay, there's all this bullshit. There's all this bullshit. Okay, there's backstabbers. There's thieves. People trying to get away with stealing your birds. Okay. They're putting your birds in a cage. These birds could be your friends, it could be, I don't know. It could be whatever. These are like parts of you. This could be people, it could be things about you. Someone's putting it in a cage, and whoever this is, they're very grumpy. Okay, they like to fight. They fight back, and they're looking for a fight. They're looking for a fight from you. They look for fights from everybody, but it's like, they're thinking, why would I get a fight from just anybody when I could get a fight from you? So they're angry, they're attached to fighting you because it gets their rocks off. Press shuffle. You chose yourself. Okay. So this video in itself is a leap of faith. You chose yourself. And you're rocking with that. You're rocking with yourself. So yeah, you're like, I understand. I understand you all like a good old fight. Because so do I, but I get it. I get that energy out in healthy ways. The divine ones do, right? I have video games. I have movies. I have an imagination. I don't need to fight people in real life, right? I don't even need to fight people in video games. That's what sports are for, okay? Like this is like, they're like babies. Like they never really liked the games. They never really liked sports. They wanted a fight. They wanted a fight, and you're like, fuck that. So these are like people you could have known your whole life. But you're jumping to like an opposite energy. Okay. You're jumping to like true childhood energy. Whatever you're jumping to, it could be a mentor-mentee thing, but it's filled with love. It's like this person, you might be jumping toward a teacher, but it feels more childlike. Maybe when you were a kid, you liked your teachers. You liked your teachers were your friends. Maybe they understood you more than anyone. You understood them more than all the students. But I'm feeling like There's teachers who have a better sense of innocence than some of their students, most of their students. That's why they're teachers, because they know they're supposed to be around kids, they're supposed to be around the youth, they're supposed to be an example of joy, of giving out of the kindness, and being somewhere because you want to be. So you could be jumping to somebody who's way older than you or way younger than you, but it works. Y'all are able to play together. Okay? It's not hostile. And that's what you're realizing when you enter their energy. It's like, wow, everything I was dealing with was so fucking hostile. I was just surrounded by hostility. I was surrounded by people who were insecure about themselves and wanted to take it out on me. Okay, and now you're seeing with this new energy, none of that hostility. They understood the lesson of forgiveness. It's like forgiveness is not just a myth anymore, it's a practice. And it's obvious who practices it, who practices it, and who doesn't. It's obvious, because forgiveness is joy. You can't walk around in happiness if you don't forgive. Forgiveness is your own gift. If you master forgiveness, then you're free. You can see things objectively. So when I speak about certain energies, it's not out of spite, it's out of justice. I forgive them, but it's important for the collective that we point out the shitty behavior. Starlight. You don't mind being the justice bearer. You don't mind being the divine officer or putting in a citizen's arrest. What matters to you is your peace and this planet. You don't take this planet for granted. You don't take what we have here for granted. How much has been put into this world. Spirit is saying, like, whatever project, whatever life path, career path you thought was so important, and like you can't let go of your work. Like, no, I worked too hard on this. Well, God worked harder on this world. God worked harder on you. God worked harder on your surroundings. Can you not see that everything is perfect? Can you not see that this world is constructed perfectly? That this society is constructed perfectly? Obviously there's flaws, but it's pretty fucking good. This planet is pretty special. This experience is pretty special. We're pretty stable. The fact that we wake up with so many possibilities, with so many tools. It's a miracle. This life is a miracle. Okay, so I feel like This energy you're stepping into, it's very dreamlike. Like you're very tapped into your subconscious. You're consciously dreaming. You're consciously putting in the work as a dreamer. I feel like you're like falling in love with dreaming. Like if you're tired as shit, you're not gonna cling on to the physical. You're gonna allow yourself to dream, which then makes the physical that much more special. It makes your physical real world like, damn, this is one hell of a dream. This is one stable dream. This is one carefully crafted dream. It's like dreams come and go. Dreams can last years, but they're not quite as stable as what this is. What this is a masterpiece. Okay. Again, who knows? Who knows? So, delete your predictions. Delete your predictions of what's going to happen. What's going to happen to you. Because it's up in the air. No one knows. No one knows what's going to happen. But you could be assured that it's going to be an adventure. And you do have power. You do have power over this experience. But if you predict what's going to happen, that in itself doesn't really have much power, because the divine works spontaneously. The divine might just hear your prediction and do something else. Okay. You might want somebody and get somebody else, so try not to have preference. Be ready. Be ready for surprises. Solar. Okay, I'm really feeling the color blue. Maybe you may be unlocking parts of your voice. Maybe you're feeling where some of the blockages were in your throat chakra. Feeling where fear was preventing you from singing and speaking. You're feeling it. You're feeling that energy. You're feeling the energy of whatever was blocking you. And when you hone in on that feeling, you realize how much space you have. You realize that your throat chakra is still working despite all these blockages. Ace of Swords and Six of Swords, yeah. It's two swords cards, which is the voice. Your throat chakra is working despite the blockages. So it's like, first you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is God's gift. Your vocal cords, your neck, your mouth, the work you've put into your vocal cords, that's your gift. That's yours. It's not changing. It's only getting stronger, so long as you maintain it. And then there's energy you're leaving behind. You're not really accumulating trauma in your voice. You're mostly clearing it. You're mostly leaving it. So when you feel heaviness in your voice, when you feel like, damn, I don't want to talk, I don't want to sing, there's an energy blocking me from singing. Love your family. You feel like there's an energy blocking you from singing, blocking you from your family. I'm feeling you had to connect to your real family. You had to connect to those who you really love. I'm feeling Xmen where I'm feeling Xmen where you had to connect to your real family, which is your friends. It's a star. Okay, I'm feeling Cyclops. Like, Cyclops' family was nuts. Cyclops' blood family. They snitched on him. They tried to bust him. They tried everything, even his brother. They thought he was a freak. Maybe they came to accept him. Maybe they learned to accept him because it was the right thing to do. It was the obvious thing to do. But that's not what Cyclops deserved. Cyclops started a new life when he realized that he has special abilities. And slowly, little by little, he connected to his real family. A lot of Cyclops' problems was his family trauma and school trauma, being bullied. And since joining the Xmen, he had to get over that. He had to get over the fact that his past treated him so poorly, and he had to realize that it was preparation and it was understandable considering the power that he has. It's like on campus he's free. On campus he's a legend. He has all these friends. He has incredible friends. So it's obvious that that is his gift. And this trauma of the past is nonsense. And he quickly became empowered. He quickly became a leader. Quickly became a legend. Okay. So Spirit is saying, like, track what's blocking you. Okay, like, if you're Cyclops, your family is avidly, they don't know about the X-Men. They don't know about the power of the X-Men. They don't know how fulfilling the X-Men are for you. But they're subconsciously blocking you. It's like you're realizing it's more than just bullying. It's more than just, oh, you're bullying me because I have power. You're realizing that there is, and if you don't know this, then Professor X is telling you there is a subconscious jealousy. There is a subconscious hatred that is not your fault, that you're here to observe firsthand. Okay? They're trying to block you from what fulfillment looks like for you, which they don't know what it looks like. But they know that fulfillment is a thing. It's like they got to this point. They got to this point of bullying others out of jealousy. And it's no surprise that they bully you. It's no surprise that they're jealous of you. So Spirit is saying, notice that. Notice the animosity, notice the jealousy, notice the envy, and notice that, like, damn, all of your criticism has no substance. It's pure hate. All right, and Spirit is saying that that energy in itself is a gift. That hatred energy is being shown to you. It's being pointed out from God for a reason, because you're going to face it a lot. And it ends up working for you. It ends up working for you. It's like if Cyclops never faced villains, no one would know Cyclops. We love Cyclops because of his power. We love Cyclops because his control of his power. It's like, damn, if you just looked at Cyclops using his power, you'd think he's a monster. But he's not, he's a hero. So it's like, this monster is filled with love. And that's admirable. That is what makes you you. That is what makes your art beautiful. That you're working with monstrous energy. Okay, so say you're singing and you feel a blockage. You feel hate, you feel judgment. You don't feel comfortable singing. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's hearing your song. It doesn't matter who's hearing whatever you're singing. That energy is making your voice more special. And once alchemized, it's downloaded. Once you alchemize that hatred live, it's downloaded into your voice, into your throat chakra. Okay, so every bit of the dark energy helps you. It fuels you. It makes your songs more interesting. It makes your songs more emotional, more peaceful, more powerful. Okay, so it's like people may be stunned. Seven of Swords. People may be stunned from your voice, good and bad. King of Coins, Page of Cups, and Six of Swords. Okay, I'm feeling like your voice, it tickles the spiritual, it tickles the spiritual brain. That's why my brain is not really working properly. It tickles the spiritual brain. So you could feel in your voice, there's a card that says, nah, bro. You could feel in your voice that you've alchemized stuff beyond our comprehension. For some people, it makes them cry. For some people, it makes them start bawling. It sparks an emotional outburst, or it sparks an outburst in other ways, a jealousy outburst. But for the people who love you and the people who get used to you, I'm feeling like you continuously make them cry, but it's not really about the crying at a certain point. Like at a certain point, it's not about like getting an emotional release from you. At a certain point, like your work doesn't it doesn't only just make people cry or help people with their emotions. It gives them a deeper sense of peace. It's like your work may initially make people cry or sometimes make people cry, but it's giving people a peace beyond tears. It's like, damn, I don't even need to cry. I feel blessed. I feel so blessed that I don't need to cry about it. Your voice, it heals me. It heals me beyond thought. I don't even need to think about it. It's like, I know that the work you put in, I know the alchemization that you put in is healing me beyond my comprehension. And it's alchemizing things that I don't even know about. And that's the power of love. That's the power of light. That wherever you are, no matter how much darkness you hold, you are of great help to everyone you serve. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God bless you. Bye.